All right, what's up, you guys? Day 6, I think, of my journey to become a better presenter. I won't go into it too much today because I want to do a little side commercial, if you will. So last night, my wife and I went to a fundraiser for an organization called Big Brothers Big Sisters, and something that I didn't know a ton about. It's a nonprofit organization. What they do is they match kids that need a mentor, need a little extra help, need a little extra attention with someone in the community who is able to provide those things. And so some of the stories that these folks told about the lifelong friendship that was ignited by this match that happened, and how it got them through a really rough time in their life, a time where they needed just something a little more than their home life could provide. It was really cool to hear, and like honestly tear jerking. So check it out if you haven't heard of Big Brothers Big Sisters before. I hadn't heard a lot. I was there because one of my friends was involved with the nonprofit, and so I wanted to be there to support him in his efforts. But they kind of got me. It was pretty cool. So check it out. I think it's bbbs.org. But if you Google Big Brothers Big Sisters, it's a pretty cool organization. So that's my little plug, and then we'll get back to the regular scheduled programming. Awesome. Okay, so I've been talking a lot about tools, and I really wanted to switch it up, probably because I'm a little hungover today as well. But I actually wanted to talk about what's behind me holding up all these tools, and that is the Slatwall. And so I've actually gone through a few different iterations of garage storage, no surprise there. And this is my most recent addition, and I'm really happy with it. It's made by a company called Crownwall, and they are on Amazon. You can search up Crownwall, and they'll come up, Crown and Wall, one word. This is their graphite, and it is basically plastic. I think they say it's PVC material, but it is really cool. It's really strong. I like the way it looks. It's really like understated and kind of has this matte finish. And they do a really good job with accessories. So one thing that really annoys me is the accessories that, like, when you try to pull something off, they just kind of bounce around and then the whole hook ends up coming off, which means it's great and it looks awesome on the wall, but then as soon as you try to actually use it, it's like, you're picking stuff up off the floor, you put it back on. Like, it's just not very satisfying to put things away and put them back on. And I will say that Crownwall does a really good job. Here, I'll pull my level off. It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn good. Very little movement there to it. They have, like, you can get like 90 of these hooks for not too much money. I mean, these are well made. These will bounce a little bit. But then kind of their bigger, beefier hooks, right? Say I don't know, something that weighs more than 5 or 10 pounds. These things are super well made. It matches the system, so it all kind of works together. And then it has this little doodad right here. Try to show you guys here on the back, and then this on the front here. This thing is adjustable. There's not too much to it, but what you can do is make it so it kind of grabs the slat wall, and then it doesn't bounce at all, or it doesn't move at all when you take something off. So something like this, you can see this thing is just on there. It's not moving, and it's gonna hold. Other thing is it's just super easy to install. So here is the board. Wish I could see myself, maybe it might help. Here's the board. It's super light. Comes in these 8-foot long boards, and they kind of sell it in a kit that does 8x4. But you can obviously like cut them. You can stack more than 4 feet up, so you can do 8 feet high, whatever. Because it's plastic, it's really light. It has this channel on the top, and so basically you just screw this into the studs and then lay them on top of each other. And it's really easy to do. I have to say, I saw a probably 60-second video just when I was looking at buying it, and it explained how to install. And I've never read the instructions. I just worked off that, and it is great. So yeah, this is really cool. I like the color. I haven't checked out any other colors, but some people do some crazy stuff, like doing their entire garage. You can see, I don't have my entire garage, but I've got a wall, and it's really nice. I have used shelving before and cabinets and things like that. And the big thing for me on a slat wall, as opposed to like a cabinet or a shelf, is everything is exposed on a Slatwall, which is really nice because say you've got a 2-foot level and a 4-foot level. Like, well, who knows where the 2-foot level is? It's buried 3 layers deep in that drawer or whatever. And then you don't end up using it. It's hard to find, so you use kind of what's on top. And in this, everything is exposed. So even the stuff that's high, like I just have a little step ladder that I keep in the garage so I can get to stuff that's high. But you get a ton of storage, and here, I'll see if I can pan up here. You get a ton of storage, and everything is visible. So when you need something, you know right where to go to get it. And I just think that accessibility makes things so much more functional for me, that it's worth the investment. I will say it is pretty pricey. Like when you if you do one wall, I think they'll probably get you for like $200, or like one segment, probably get you for like $200 on Amazon. But then if you wanted to do like your whole garage, like it would definitely get up there. There is a gentleman on YouTube that has a sweet video on making French cleats for his tool storage, and he talks about how he did it, how he sets up the table side. It's very instructional, and so I would recommend checking that out. I thought about doing that, but with the cost of lumber, I don't think something pre-finished is that much more expensive, and obviously there's quite a bit of work to make French cleats, and then each individual tool holder is custom made, right? So you have that flexibility of everything fits perfectly, but I mean, each one is a project, each hook. So anyway, I went with this. I'm curious what you guys use in your garage that you think is really cool and just functional from like a usability standpoint. But yeah, drop some knowledge on me, please. I'd love to hear kind of what you think about it, especially the high storage. Like I have a little step ladder here that I use. It's nothing crazy, but it's enough that you can easily get up and down, and it doesn't feel like a huge chore if I need to get something up way high. But I would love to know what you guys think about that, how you maximize space. I feel like I've tried the hoists, the thing that you crank up, and like a platform that cranks down, and like it's cool, but I never get stuff off the platform. Like it's just might as well be in a storage locker 20 miles away because I just don't use it. So yeah, I'm really curious. I'm always trying to level up the way I store my stuff and maintain it. Just because I think when you spend all this money on your tools and your toys, you might as well keep them nice. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully you learned a little something. Check it out on Amazon. It's a really cool product. And also check out Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's a mission-oriented organization, and I found it very very redeeming. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Talk to you later.